Coming right up, the Wizards taking on the Celtics. For Washington, some ups and downs for this team in what has been a trial of a season. Now at home, they know there's still time to turn their season around. Celtics, Wizards is next, right after this. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Celtics. Here in the early going, they're in 8th place. And of course, Washington, they're a ways down in the standings.
Well, right now for Boston, their slow start has revealed some of this team's problems. Problems that we didn't really know they had.
The one positive is that it's early. You don't want to peak too soon, and they are far from their peak. We know how good a team like this is, and they have a lot of time to turn it around.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. White and Simons combine at the guard spots. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And for Washington, we've got Alex Sarr, Trae Young out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Champagnie at the 4 spot. White for 3. When it comes to this time of the season, Grant, what are teams most focused on?
Well, BA, it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
Young can't hit. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Brown finds White. Pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Sarr pulls it in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Out to Simons. To the paint. Here's Queta. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing is over.
And here's Coulibaly. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Outside Young. Pass to Middleton. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like this from Middleton, using his height inside to generate points.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And the second free throw is good.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
Now here's Tatum. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Queta's got his second bucket on the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Young, following the bucket by Boston. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Champagnie. The rebound, Celtics.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trash.
Simons with it, picked up by Coulibaly. Pass to Queta. Can't cash it in from close range. The Wizards trail by 3. Here's Young. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Coulibaly on the wing. 5 on the clock. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Pass to Tatum. They double team Tatum. Here's Keita. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Brown for 3. Kept alive. Outside Tatum. On the wing, Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
Here's Young. Still without a bucket. Middleton outside. Pass to Champagny. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Tatum.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Good on the second one. Boston leading by 3. Brown looking around. Tatum a screen on Middleton. The kick to Tatum. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Good job by Tatum to exploit the space just outside the arc.
Here's Coulibaly. 14 points his last outing. To the inside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
And I'll tell you what a surprising result. Losing to an underdog is one thing, but getting blown out is quite another.
I think they just got caught completely by surprise, and they never managed to fully recover.
And I'm just impressed with their effort here early. They've hit the offensive glass so hard.
Pass to Sarr. The rebound, Celtics. Keita's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Simons outside. Rebound by Middleton. The Wizards trail by 6. Young finds Coulibaly. Here's Champagny. And here's Sarr. 6 on the shot clock. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
You know, Sarr established himself in the paint and took advantage of what they gave him.
Simons outside. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray. Simons got 6.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Middleton outside. Back to Young. Pass to Sarr. Middleton against Brown. From outside, off the mark. Celtics lead by 7. Here's Simons. And the Celtics tack on 2 more. The Wizards have gone 3 of 8 so far. Outside Coulibaly. Sarr with a screen on Simons. Pass to Young. It's Middleton on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Yeah, as a shooter, Middleton can be so wily. I mean, he finds a way to work around the defense and score.
Outside White. Now here's Tatum. From the line, Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Outside Coulibaly. Tatum with some nice D.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't have to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? So it's Washington now. The Celtics making their last shot. Champagnie, the pass to Middleton. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Brown. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. George comes in for Champagnie, and it's Johnson in for Coulibaly. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Walsh is checked in for Boston. Middleton outside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
This will be his third free throw of the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Boston leading by 6. Pass to Walsh. Now here's Tatum. George defending. Tatum passes to Queta. 2 points. That one goes. Queta's got 10 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
George, a screen on Pritchard. Here's Young. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
That's rock-solid defense on a really good scorer.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Pritchard. Bagley's checked in for Washington. Boston shooting an impressive 47%. Pass to Tatum from the arc. He drops it from range. He's got 6.
He's just 2 for 7 from the field, trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Boucher's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Tatum. And here in the first half of December, a look at the most recent power rankings. Hey, some intriguing stories. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
You know, right now for Washington, they have stayed in the same spot basically all season. But you get the sense they want to move the needle more. We'll see if they'll be able to do this moving forward.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. BA, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Brown, a screen on George. Pass to Boucher. Here's White. And it's Boston scoring again.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Johnson passes to George. Here's Young. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. 9-point game. Last time they met in Boston.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
To the paint. Here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
The Wizards have gone 7 of 16 so far. Pritchard against Young. George passes to Johnson. Young from long range. Boston pulls it in.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Bagley. He's scoreless. George passes to Middleton. Over Boucher. Middleton, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
White against Middleton. White looking it over. Outside Pritchard. And here's Brown for three. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And so it's Boston in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Wizards trail by 16. Keyshawn George is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then there's Carlton Carrington. Then there's Johnson. And it's Whitmore in at the small forward position. That's the group for Washington right now. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Takes a three. And it's Bagley with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that
one. Here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
That's good from George. And so he hits both. Now here's Pritchard. Down low. Here's Minot. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Johnson. The Celtics making their last shot. Carrington with it. Still no points. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Walsh. Whitmore defending. Gets stolen by Johnson. Pass to Whitmore. White with it. Johnson on him. White coming through.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Wizards trail by 14. Outside Whitmore. Outside Bagley. Launches it. Pure from three-point range. Bagley's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Pass to Boucher. Nice ball movement by Boston. White can't hit.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for him, they're still out in front.
Here's Carrington. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Carrington's got his second bucket of the night.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Boston leading by 9. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So for Washington, Champagnie, he's checked in for Whitmore. Coulibaly comes in for Johnson. And it's Young in for Carrington. Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Boston. Boucher finds White inside. Stolen by Young. Here's George. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. This is his second trip to the line in the game.
One shot.
The free throw is off from George. Boston leading by 7. The kick out to White. Stolen by Young. Coulibaly up top. Defended by Pritchard. White with a steal. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough.
That's good from Pritchard. The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Pritchard hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pritchard against Young. Outside Coulibaly. Back to Young. Boston pulls it in.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Boucher a screen on Coulibaly. White for 3. The shot won't fall.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Inside, it's Trae Young.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And the Celtics in possession here. Brown passes to Simons. Boucher outside. Now Simons. He's got 9. And he jams it home with authority.
Showing the bounce. Simon says dunk.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Washington. They trail by 9. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. George passes to Young. Shot clock at 6. Brown with the steal. Here's White. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now here's Brown. He's got 5. White for 3. Offensive rebound. Boucher passes to Simons. And here's Brown. Guarded by Young. White for 3. No good on the shot.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Pritchard. 15 in his last outing. Outside White. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Sarge checked in for Bagley. And the Celtics also making a change. Tatum's checked in. Wizards trail by 10. And here's Coulibaly. Pass to Sarr. Over Boucher. Boston pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Up top, Tatum. Simons outside. No good on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
George outside. Pass to Sarr. Clock at 6. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Now the Celtics on the move. Tipped. And finished off by Boucher.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Coach is not happy with their effort on the defensive glass. They're giving up way too many second chance points.
Washington making a change here. Middleton's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard's checked in for Derek White. The Wizards trail by 12. Now here's Young. He has 6. Back to Middleton. Shoots over Brown. Washington again can't hit.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And a miss there on the triple.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
George passes to Young. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
First one falls for him. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
And both free throws good for Young. Here's Tatum. His last outing, he had 20. Outside Pritchard. To the middle. Here's Simons. Got a hand on it.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
The lead now in single digits. And 12 points for Chris Middleton.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Boston leading by 8. Pritchard with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
And it's Washington with the ball. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Offensive rebound. Here's Boucher for 3. Pass to Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. Boucher a screen on Young. It's rebounded by Washington.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to go through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you.
Allie, thanks for the report. Walsh has checked in for Boucher.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from George. Now Pritchard. Simons, left side. It's stolen by Coulibaly. Here's Sarr. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Simons outside. Brown against Middleton. Brown passes to Simons. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the top of the key. And he misses. Only 2 for 6. Wizards trail by 5. Middleton finds Young. Oh, Young with the power move.
They're really working the paint now.
So it's Boston now. Here's Tatum. Give him 8. Again, the miss by Boston.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leader?
Pass to Young. 1:57 left in the first half of this one. 6 to shoot. Koulibaly. The shot, no good. Celtics lead by 3. Right side Brown. Here's Walsh. George defending. Here's Walsh. No points so far. And miss after miss right now. From 18 feet away. And the jumper is good.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Middleton. Tatum against Young. Sarr with a screen on Tatum. And finished off by Sarr.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of this game. Tatum from long range. Rebound by Middleton.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
To the paint. Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. There's 38 seconds left in the half. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Tatum. It's tipped.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Simons against Koulibaly. And here's Simons to snap the cold streak. It's not going to go for him. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Wizards. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Trae Young. Trae, it was a slow start, but you guys did bounce back. What changed?
I think just getting back into the rhythm, getting into the action, being aggressive. I think that was the main thing. We just got to go out and compete and do what we do.
Thanks, Trae. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Hey folks, welcome to the Halftime Show. A lead right now in this one for the Washington Wizards. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie, but I got to pick Wemby. Playing alongside of him, that's just going to be too good to pass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, May 19th, I'm teaming up with the Ant-Man. 1-2 punch, baby.
Very interesting. All right, let's get to our featured game where Trae Young has been having himself one heck of a night so far.
Oh, he's going hard in the paint, taking it right at the defense. I love his commitment to getting high percentage looks, Shaq.
Look, I don't do this often, but I'm bestowing upon him the Shaquille O'Neal badge of honor. Got to.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Filling out the wings, it's going to be Simons and Brown. And it's White in at the point guard position.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Out to Simons. No good from outside.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And that one's good. Young.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Now here's White. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 4. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Young looking over the floor. It's stolen by Tatum. Outside White. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Now here's Young. He's got 14. Pass to Champagny. Here's Sarr. Tatum with it. Now Sarr defending. With the floater. And here's Simons outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
You can't give Simons any room from that corner spot.
And Young has got the ball here for Washington. They lead by 1. Sarr a screen. Down low. And finished off by Sarr. And that's a double-double for him now.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Simons passes to White. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Brown. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Sarr. Shot blocked. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Here's Coulibaly. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Coulibaly's got his second basket.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's White. Simons outside. Tatum a screen on Coulibaly. Tipped. Here's Champagny, hounded by Tatum. Champagny, the pass to Young. Middleton outside. White against Young. Clock at 6. Tough finish from Young.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Outside White. Back to Brown. Simons against Coulibaly. White for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Young. Back to Coulibaly. Washington needs to get off a shot. Middleton from the outside. Nice D from Brown.
He's got to keep the ball moving. That's just not a good shot with the D set up like it was.
And here's Simons. To the inside. And finished off by Tatum.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
The Wizards with a lead. Young with it. He's got 16. Middleton finds Sarr. Outside Young. Three-pointer. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by White. Boston has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Sarr against Tatum. Pass to White. It's Brown on the wing for the tie. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And with this pause in the action, here are the league leaders in block shots. 5th best, Alex Sarr.
He always makes an impact with his shot blocking. He's a constant presence around the rim.
Washington's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Sarr with a screen on White. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. White with a steal. It's Middleton on the wing. From downtown, hits the trifecta. Middleton's got 15. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Wizards?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Tatum.
A multi-talented swingman. Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
Carrington, he's checked in for Washington. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And so Tatum nails both of them. Now Carrington, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Middleton outside. Back to Carrington. Sarr a screen to the inside. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Keita. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. That one's no good. Washington has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Champagny, and again it's Washington.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Celtics trail by 4. Tatum passes to Keita. Now here's White. Five on the clock. Tatum from long range. Three-pointer Pritchard. Rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Carrington. Defended by Brown. Back to Carrington. Pass to Champagny. Lets it go. Keita pulls it in. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Brown can't hit.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Tatum. Again, the miss by Boston. Wizards leading by 4. Champagnie, the pass to Middleton. Middleton is doubled, and that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Brown finds Pritchard. Outside White. The 3 is up. The kick to Tatum. Pass to Brown. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Now here's Carrington. He's guarded closely and out of bounds. Boston will have it. And a moment to check out who the Boston Celtics have coming up. On Friday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors.
In that game against the Wizards, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bagley's checked in for Sarr. George comes in for Champagnie. And it's Johnson in for Coulibaly. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. On defense, Washington. 4-point game. Pritchard surviving the D. Over to the left wing. Here's Walsh. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Now here's Carrington, defended by Pritchard. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Middleton. The 3 is up. Boston pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Bagley. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 8 now. White with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Boucher outside. Pass to White. It's good from the top of the key. White's got 15.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Johnson on the wing. Shakes him. And it's good on the layup. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Fade away. And down it goes. 2 points. 14 points for him.
Fading back. Nobody there to even challenge it.
Now Carrington. Back to Johnson. Middleton outside. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Middleton's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, with his 6'7" height and consistent shot, Chris Middleton is so tough. I mean, we're seeing another big night from him.
Now here's Tatum. 14 points for him. Pass to Pritchard. And he lobs it up to Jason Tatum. Go up and get it.
Oh, completely in sync. Tatum knew exactly when to get up for that pass.
And here's Johnson. 3/4 of play and a close one here. It's Washington up 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2, Trae Young out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Keyshawn George. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And it's Johnson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Young against Pritchard. George, a screen on Pritchard. Down low. George in the post. Can't hit from in close. The Celtics shooting about 43% in this one. Nice ball movement by Boston. Simons against Johnson. Simons passes to Brown. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assist.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside Johnson. Young with a screen on Simons. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Now here's Simons. To the wing on the left. Here's Boucher for 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Bagley touched it last. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Just 5 to shoot. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Boucher. Brown's gotten 4 this quarter.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
Young from long range. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. And he gets that one. And the Celtics lead by 4.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
For Washington, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Young takes the hit and scores it anyway.
Yeah, forcing the issue inside. That's a solid finish from Young.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pritchard finds Simons. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
The Wizards have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. George, a screen on Pritchard. The shot. Young can't hit. Boston leading by 4. It's Brown on the wing, covered by Johnson. Simons passes to Boucher, goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Screen by Young. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Simons deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Brown can't hit.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Young goes in. Out to Bagley. The rebound, Celtics. Walsh has got 5 rebounds tonight. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
And Washington making a change here. Sarge checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Cadis checked in for Boucher.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Young. To stop the run. And it's good on the lay-in. Young's got 20 points.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Boston leading by 7. Pass to Walsh. Now Simons. Here's Walsh. Here's the 3. Goes back up. It's deflected. It's Sarr with a drive. And the bucket is good. And now just a 5-point Boston lead.
Yeah, I love seeing Sarr get a little more physical there inside.
Brown with it. Outside Pritchard. Simons, right side. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And it's Washington with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Young blitzing his way to a bucket.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Bagley. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
That one misses for Simons.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simons' progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
So for Washington, Champagny, he's checked in for Bagley. Middleton comes in for George. And it's Bilal Coulibaly in for Johnson. Boston also changing it up. Tatum comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's White in for Pritchard. So it's Washington now, following the 3 by Boston. Sarr with a screen on Simons. Here's Coulibaly. Second chance effort. And he lays it in.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Simons outside. They set the screen. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Middleton's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. White with a steal. Pass to Simons. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Simons got 10 points in the quarter.
He's giving his all here in the 4th, sinking 4 of 5 shots.
And it's Washington with the ball. 8-point game. Now Young. And that one drops. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
They allowed him to establish deep position. You just can't do that.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Walsh. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Boston leading by 6. White for 3. Rebounded by Champagny. Middleton against Brown. And he comes up with a bucket. Middleton's got 21 points in the game.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Boston has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Tatum passes to Queta. The rebound by the Wizards. This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count.
So it's Boston now. They lead by 4. Here's the pick. White, the pass to Queta. Rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got 9 rebounds now. Young. Count it, and the foul. That one on Tatum.
Yeah, drawing fouls truly is a skill, and one that Young has mastered.
And the Celtics shooting around 53% in the fourth. White with a screen on Coulibaly. And here's Simons outside. Sarr pulls it in. Well, the Wizards shooting is around 55% so far. Outside Young. 4 on the clock. Pass to Champagny to take the lead. Trey buries a tough Trey.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. The lead is 2. Here's Simons. Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. From downtown. Rebounded by Sarr.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Sarr with a screen on White. Young driving in.
Well, defensively, against a young guy like Sarr, his size and energy can be overpowering.
The free throw drops for Sarr. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
Yeah, and the potential Sarr has is enticing. He's a talented, mobile big man who wants to keep improving.
White against Young. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter here. Celtics trail by 3. Here's a pass to Tatum. Simons against Young. Here's Tatum. Outside Brown. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Young. Oh, he misses the layup. And for the Celtics, they're shooting about 43% since the fourth quarter began. Oh, touches it off the glass.
This kid has it. Simons big late in the game.
Here's Young. We've got 1:08 left in the final quarter. The finish with the jam.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
Now here's Simons.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Simons against Koulibaly. Now here's Simons. Tight defense on him. And there's a 3-second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
And Boston calls time here. They're losing by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Outside Simons. White outside. Takes a 3. No.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards, pulling out the W. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And B.A., they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Trey, in order to come back from that double-digit deficit, what did you have to focus on?
Well, I mean, this is the NBA. I mean, it's a long game, and Coach just telling us to keep fighting, keep pushing, and shots we're going to start falling, and he stuck to the plan that he gave us in pregame.
It was a great team effort. Thanks, Trey.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game. Alex